What do you think that was before Hitler?
What was the pre-Hitler Hitler? That's a great fucking question.
Like before everybody was called Hitler. You're like, oh, you're such a Mumpfenstein.
Who was the pre-Hitler? Genghis Khan, probably.
Oh, you're fucking Genghis Khaning up in here. Oh.
Yeah, you're fucking Genghis. Don't be a fucking Genghis Khan. You didn't fucking create 1/3 of the world's population.
I don't know. I wonder though. Let me just throw that out there. Maybe Yahoo.
What the? It's a great question, dude. Who was Hitler before there was Hitler? Because it almost seems like the world. I'm gonna say this isn't gonna sound right, but I think I mean it. The world kind of needed a Hitler for the sake of referencing a Hitler. You know, like you have to. Like he personifies like the worst of all people.
Okay, I don't know how to ask this to the internet, but my question is, what was Hitler before people called people Hitler? Let's see what the internet says.
Greatest Google search of all time.
There's far more people than you believe were called Hitler. Hitler was a common name before this. What was the derogatory term before Hitler?
Who was Hitler before Hitler was Hitler?
Why Hitler? Yeah, so it comes up with like, what derogatory terms did Nazi use to refer to Jews? Why Hitler hated being called a Nazi?
Dude, this is probably the greatest question you've ever asked. Because it is like there had to be a Hitler before Hitler.
Yeah,
like there had to be a dude everyone.
You're the worst
maybe
person
Pontius
ever.
Pilate. You know, maybe the dude who was like, I will not say what to do with Jesus. Maybe Pontius Pilate was the Hitler before Hitler was Hitler. Maybe.
Right, what do you call people instead of
Judas?
Hitler?
Maybe you're a fucking Judas. I bet they said that. Don't be a fucking Judas. I bet that's what they said in the 1700s.
Okay. Here we go. I got something. It's from Yahoo, so we know it's going to be gold. What do you call people like Adolf Hitler and Heinrich Himmler? I'm doing a list of the 5 worst important people during the Holocaust. Oh, yeah.
No, that's not a good Yahoo answer.
I thought that was.
Now you're just looking up other fucking horrible people.
Well, what do you call
who
people?
are also Nazis?
Yeah, but the question is phrased similar to what I'm asking. What do you call people like Adolf Hitler? So I thought maybe.
You should look up like most evil people in history.
Oh, so we're just going to make up the decision. We're going to decide now.
Well, we should figure it out. Who would have been the Hitler? I'm leaning towards Judas. I really like my Judas answer. I feel like Judas is someone they would accuse. Like, I feel like if there was a YouTube comment section in the 1700s, it would always go to Judas. That's what I feel like.
Top result is 25mostevil.wordpress.com. So somebody's like high school like theory. So we have wrapping it up at the top, Elizabeth Bathory. I'm just going to skip down, go through these. Talit.
Yeah,
Tasha.
find names we know. I don't want to fucking learn tonight. I just want names we know.
Joseph Mingle. Reinhard.
Also a Nazi.
Yeah, Reinhard Heydrichs.
Sounds like a Nazi.
Yeah, his photo is in a Nazi uniform.
Find a non-Nazi.
Number 21, Osama bin Laden.
Post-Nazi. We need pre-Nazi.
20 is Saddam Hussein. 19,
Post-Nazi.
19 is Heinrich Himmler.
Nazi.
18 is Adolf Eichmann.
Nazi.
Okay, here's an old one. 17, Maximilian Robespierre.
Okay, who is this? That name sounds pre-Nazi. Who is this guy?
It's a painting of him for his photo.
Who
he
is
was
this
the leader
guy?
of the French Revolution, but before he became a tyrant, he wanted the people of France to have freedom and rights. But when he gained power, his personality changed, and became obsessed with guillotine.
Guillotine.
Yeah, guillotining people. He began to create the Reign of Terror, a 10-month period which mass executions were carried out. He also began to see everyone, including his friends, as enemies. People were guillotined for not supporting him in the French Revolution, hoarding, desertion, rebellion, and other things he saw as crimes.
Sounds like a bad dude. What was his name?
Maximilian Robespierre.
Robespierre. See, that doesn't flow as well as Robespierre. That doesn't flow as well as Hitler. Like, don't be fucking Hitler. Like, that flows. If I go, don't be a fucking Maximilian Robespierre, that doesn't work as well.
Okay, number 16, Kim Il Sung.
Sounds like Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, well, that's his father.
Yep.
Well, no, his grandfather.
That's a post-Nazi.
Yeah, that's his grandfather. Ayatollah Rabullah Khomeini.
Post-Nazi.
Emperor Hirohito.
That sounds like a good go. Wait, no. That was probably the dude who was friends with Hitler. That was probably the guy that was like Hitler's buddy.
Yeah, he was emperor from 1926, so pre-Hitler, all the way up to 1989. Wow, that motherfucker lived to a point where like everybody got World War II and it was their fault. Obviously, the history book said it's your fault. And he had to like, he ordered it. He got the repercussions of it. And he was still emperor when like Japan was succeeding again. And
he probably saw a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine Hirohito, like at a Starbucks, they had to write that name on a mocha latte? it's Hirohito, your caramel frappuccino's ready. That fucker. And he fucking bombed Pearl Harbor, that piece of shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He saw it all like full circle, pre-war, all the way from like where we like strap bombs the dolphins up until like the internet and what we have. Well, relatively, it was the 90s.
He watched MTV. That's a dude who watched MTV.
Yep. Yeah, it was the 90s. Internet was still dial up and shit. So, but I mean, Japan was the front runner of all that technology.
Wow. I didn't realize they kept that dude in power. I didn't realize post Hiroshima, they were like, hey, you know that guy who created the problem that led us to getting nuked?
It's not like he's president of Japan. He's the emperor. He's like the queen of England.
Yeah, but like they should at least say like, we take your title away. Like he should have, like they could have said, now you're postmaster general.
We're just going to shove you in the back and then you deliver mail, you fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 13 is Nero.
That was definitely like a Hitler. That dude, I'm leaning towards that dude.
You're just like fucking Nero. That fucking asshole. You fucking like Nero. That kind of works.
He fiddled while Rome burned. Hell yes. That was definitely a Nero.
Yeah.
That was not
54 AD to 68 AD.
I think Nero was pre-Hitler Hitler.
Nero was the Donald Trump of his day. He brought the Roman Empire to a ruin. He burned entire cities. He murdered thousands of people.
Hey, we haven't seen, by the way, hold on a minute. Donald Trump has not murdered thousands of people or brought the United States to ruin yet. He's trying to make America great again.
In our theme of watching the world burn, though, it falls right into parallel.
Do you think Nero was like, make Rome great again?
Yes. You remember 500 years ago when we used to kick ass and burn cities and raid? Elect me and we will burn cities again and raid. He just didn't
I'm going to build a wall. Yeah, I'm going to build a huge Roman wall.
Oh, hey, did you hear about Vicente Fox coming out publicly?
No, hold on. I did hear about it, though. He did say, his literal quote was, I'm not going to pay for that fucking wall.
That's what I read.
Yeah, that was his quote. That was real. The president of Mexico, I'm not going to pay for that fucking wall.
He's the former president.
Well, then he should shut his fucking mouth is what he should do. We're busy trying to get our Nero elected, okay? We're trying to make Rome great again.
Number 12.
Yeah.
Caligula.
Fucking love Caligula. I don't think of him as evil as excess. Like when I think Caligula, I think
crazy person. Isn't he the one that made his horse senator and shit?
No shit. It was all orgies and horse senators. That was the reign of Caligula.
Well, he caused many to die from starvation.
He had syphilis, so like it wasn't really his fault. It was the worm in his brain.
Well, it was everybody else's fault for letting him be president.
That's true.
Or emperor. Okay.
I still say Nero. Nero is winning right now, I think.
Number 11, Attila the Hun.
Oh, Attila the Hun was pretty bad. I don't know what Attila the Hun did, but I know
he was the leader of the Hunnic Empire, which stretched from the Ural River in Germany to the Baltic Sea by the Danube River. Bloodthirsty, ruthless barbarian, lover of battle. He wanted to destroy the Roman Empire and everyone in his way. If you were a citizen of Rome and begged for mercy, he would kill you. He was a great menace to the Teutonic tribes, people as he was a... Oh, so he just killed everybody.
That sounds kind of genocidal. Like I lean towards kind of like genocidal.
Hey, just kill everybody. Everybody that is not me is dead. Very Hitler.
All right, we got two people that are like not good. Attila the Hun and Nero. Who else we got?
His nickname was Attila the Scourge or Scourge of God. Scourge.
That doesn't sound good. You don't want to be the scourge of God.
All right, so number 10 comes in with our favorite uncle out there in exploded land, Genghis Khan.
Uncle Fester.
No, Uncle.
Oh,
Uncle
I'm
Genghis
sorry.
Khan. He's your literal uncle.
Genghis Khan. Yeah, I got you.
Anyway,
yeah, I mentioned Genghis Khan. He fits the bill, but not quite. Like I think again, people think of him as a conqueror, not like the personification of evil.
He killed a lot of people, though.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but they think of him as a conqueror, not evil.
So we go to number 9, Leopold II of Belgium.
Skip that. We don't like his fucking waffles.
Well, he ruled from 1865 to 1909, so it's in your time frame. He's the one that set up the Congo in Africa.
No, this dude isn't. He's not that bad. I'm telling you right now.
Thomas.
He's no Nero.
Yeah. Number 8, Thomas de Torquemada, a Grand Inquisitor for Spain from 1483 to 1498.
Boring.
There's number 7, Mao Zedong.
Hold on.
No, that's after.
Is that post-Hitler or pre-Hitler?
That's post-Hitler. 1943, he took over.
He's a bad dude because he's the dude that ran over the people with the tanks.
Yeah. Well, you know he didn't get run over, right?
No, he didn't get run over. He ran over people with tanks.
No. Like the guy, Tiananmen Square video, they always cut it off with him standing there and you assume he gets run over. He didn't get run over. He ran around and then eventually they went around him and left him.
Wait, that dude didn't get run over by tanks?
No. That is propaganda.
No shit.
Yeah, that's propaganda. There's video of it happening as well. And you can see like the tank tries to move. He moves over. He goes and goes on. And then eventually he just gets out of the fucking way.
Wait, the horrible thing I've learned about Forever Tiananmen Square, it literally was just like a traffic jam. They were like, excuse me.
No. It was a protest.
Let me step to the side.
A statement. But everybody sees the photo and assumes the tank ran him over.
That's what I thought happened.
Yeah, that's not true.
It was like the self-immolation monks from the Vietnam War.
Nope.
That was real.
Just
that
the guy
was a
who
real
was pissed
thing.
off that there was tanks, breaking up his commute.
And they were like, excuse me. And he was like, excuse me.
Yes.
And then they're like, we're just going to go around this way. And he was like, okay.
Not that easy, but yeah, that's essentially the way the whole conflict happened.
Didn't realize that. Nero, definitely still the worst thing.
Okay. Number 6, Ivan the Terrible.
Sounds bad. That sounds almost Hitler-like. What do we got there?
1533 to 1584.
This is a Hitler. This is for sure a Hitler.
Yeah. I believe this is also Ivan the Impaler, the guy who used to stick people on like pointy sticks, greased up poles.
Was it what they had based Dracula off of?
I think so. So he was a czar of Russia. He became paranoid and started to see enemies everywhere, forced thousands to move from their lands, made them all homeless, became obsessed with killing and torturing anyone he saw as enemies, but most were innocent people. He destroyed.
You know what I'm starting to think? When I hear about it, it sounds like another dude who had syphilis. I'm starting to think every bad dude in the world was just...
paranoia is a thing if you let it run unchecked.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that's a syphilis mind.
Well, they probably all had serious mental problems.
Did Hitler have syphilis? Because now I think syphilis just creates evil people.
I think he did. So you may be onto something.
I think I'm onto something. Also, he had a micro penis. Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah. Anyway, this guy killed 60,000, tortured to death. Some of his executions were 15 hours long. He killed one of his wives the day after their marriage. He even killed his favorite son in rage. He died while playing chess with one of his friends, 1584. Most likely poisoned.
Well, that's a good way to go out. I mean, if you're a despot, getting poisoned while playing chess is not the worst thing that could happen to you. Who else do we got?
Number 5, Idi Amin, an African ruler from 71
Oh,
to
Idi
79.
Amin. Idi Amin, the
Idi
fucking
Amin.
last king of Scotland.
Yeah.
That guy was a piece of shit, man.
Oh, really? I should watch that movie then. I thought
You
it was going to
should.
be like him saving Scotland. And I'm like, this is a stupid movie. And I never
No,
gave it a chance.
dude, it's about a despot. And Forrest Whitaker is great,
Yeah.
even with his bullshit lazy eye.
Well,
I mean, he is
that's
fucking
the film
great.
that made him like Oscar high dollar star.
Yeah, it's where people went, oh, we're going to forgive him now for Battlefield Earth. That's what they said. We're going to give him an Oscar and we're going to forget that Battlefield Earth happened.
Number 4.
All right, so yeah.
Pol Pot, but he was 76 to 79.
But he was a bad guy, but he was post Hitler.
Ooh, interesting twist. Adolf Hitler, number 3.
What? He's not number 1?
Nope. So Adolf Hitler is number 3. We have 2 more options of people who were worse than Hitler.
I can't believe they had someone worse than Hitler on this list. I cannot. He's the personification of evil.
Well,
Who do they have?
Number 2, by the facts, apparently Joseph Stalin.
Killed a lot of fucking people. Actually, you're right. He did kill a lot of fucking people.
Oh, okay. No, Vlad, what was it? Yeah, Ivan the Terrible is not Vlad the Impaler. Vlad the
No.
Impaler, Vlad Dracula is the worst person on the list.
Number 1 is
Yep.
Vlad the Impaler?
Vlad Dracula, yep.
Why is he number 1?
Cruelty method. So I'll just read through this whole thing. Vlad was the prince of Washula a total of 3 times in the years 48, 56, and 62, and 76. He's best known for inspiring the Dracula legend, cruel methods to torture and kill people, and he enjoyed it as a pastime. Dracula means little devil. It is most common that he used people to kill by impalement. Vlad had a horse attached to each of the victim's legs. Its sharpened stakes would gradually forced into the body. The end of the stake was usually oiled, and care was taken that the stake was not to be sharp.
Okay, so I get it's gruesome, but I don't like Hitler killed 6 million people. Like I get Vlad the Impaler killed 6 people and it hurt really bad, but that's not as bad as 6 million. I disagree with this list. I think this list is bullshit.
So the thing is, nobody was safe. He'd do this to children, women. It didn't matter. And his
What?
what?
No, go ahead. I don't give a fuck.
Vlad is apparently killed over 100,000 people. If this is true, he killed 20% of Wallachia's population.
Yeah, who gives a fuck about Wallachia? It's not even a place that exists anymore. I don't care about Wallachia.
I don't know. Wallachia may still exist.
Fuck Wallachia. I don't give a fuck if it exists or not. It's not Hitler. Hitler killed 6 million people. So here's the 3 that I've narrowed it down to before Hitler was Hitler. I've got my favorite, but it's Ivan the Terrible, Attila the Hun, and Nero. Who sounds the most Hitler to you?
Nero's the only one that rolls off the tongue the same way Hitler does.
That's what I think. I think fucking Nero. I bet people accused you're a fucking Nero. It really does sound evil too.
And
it sounds bad.
It rolls off the tongue nicely. It gets the point across, even if you don't know who Nero is.
Yeah. And I don't know who was the pre-Nero before Nero.
We're not digging
but I'm going
into
to go
that.
aheed and say ancient aliens. That's what I'm supposed to say. Ancient aliens.
Actually, yeah, dinosaurs. T-Rexes were the Neros before Nero.
You had Velociraptor, Nero, Hitler. That was how it worked.
All the other dinosaurs are like, don't be such a velociraptor, you asshole.